Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Stop scrolling, because what I'm about to tell you has not happened in professional sports since 1998. Michael Jordan released a signature basketball with Wilson. It sold out in hours. Lines around the block. Fans camping outside stores. The sports world went insane. That was 1998. Last month, Caitlin Clark released her signature basketball collection with Wilson. It sold out in 40 minutes. Not hours, not days. 40 minutes. Thousands of basketballs. Gone. Faster than a PS5 launch. Faster than a Supreme drop. Faster than anything Wilson has ever seen from a basketball player. She became the first athlete since Michael Jordan to have a signature basketball line with Wilson. The first female athlete in history to do it at all. And here's where it gets controversial. Her WNBA salary? $77,000 a year. Her off-court earnings? Estimated $11 million. She makes 144 times more money off the court than on it. And the veterans who built this league for 30 years? Some of them are earning their full career salary in what Clark makes in a single sponsorship deal. Michael Jordan called her the next face of basketball. Not women's basketball, basketball. And the WNBA, the league she is single-handedly saving, is the most hostile environment she walks into every single day. Tonight, we talk about the most revolutionary athlete in women's sports history and why her own league cannot handle what she has become. Let me give you the full picture, because this story has 3 layers that nobody is putting together. Layer 1, what Clark has built commercially in just 2 years. Layer 2, why WNBA veterans are reacting the way they are on the court. Layer 3, why the league itself is not ready for what she has become. And all 3 layers connect to one central truth. Caitlin Clark is not just a basketball player, she is an economic event, and the system around her was not built to handle an economic event. Let's start with the numbers, because the numbers are what make this undeniable. Here is what Caitlin Clark has done in 2 years that took Michael Jordan a decade. WNBA attendance, up 48% since Clark arrived. Every Fever game sold out. Road games selling out. Arenas that averaged 6,000 fans, now averaging 18,000. TV ratings, 1.18 million viewers per game when Clark plays, 3 times the league average. ESPN moved Fever games to primetime slots, something they have never done for a WNBA team. Jersey sales. She passed LeBron James. Not in women's sports. Overall, LeBron James. Marketability. She is the 4th most marketable athlete on the entire planet. Not in the WNBA, not in women's sports, on Earth. Ahead of NFL quarterbacks, ahead of soccer stars, behind only a handful of the most globally recognized athletes alive. The Wilson basketball, 40 minutes, sold out. The collection included 5 balls, the Tribute, the Dreamer, the Record Breaker, the Threes Up, and the Crowd Maestro. Every single one, gone. Wilson admitted they underestimated demand. For a basketball company that has been in business for over 100 years, they didn't see her coming. Michael Jordan was the last person who made them say that. And she did it as a second-year WNBA player, earning $77,000 a year. Now here's the controversial part, and it needs to be said directly. WNBA veterans are jealous. Not all of them, but enough. Cheryl Swoops, who spent years skeptical of Clark, was eventually forced to acknowledge her commercial impact. Charles Barkley said publicly, and I quote, "The stuff toward her is petty and jealous. She just never says a word." Think about the math from a veteran's perspective. You spent 10 years building this league, fighting for respect, fighting for coverage, fighting for charter flights, which, by the way, Clark got done in 2 weeks what players had been demanding for years. And then a 24-year-old white woman from Iowa walks in as a rookie, and within 2 years, she's the 4th most marketable athlete on Earth. Her salary, $77,000. Her endorsements, $11 million. Veteran players who built this league for a decade earn their entire career salary in what Clark makes from a single Nike campaign. Can you blame some of them for being resentful? Emotionally, no. But here's what those veterans missed. Clark used her power to help them. She negotiated charter flights for all teams. She brought a $200 million media deal that put women's basketball in prime time. Every player in the league is earning more because Caitlin Clark exists. She came in and changed the economics for everyone. And some veterans responded with hard fouls and trash talk. That's not jealousy anymore. That's self-sabotage. Here's the detail that nobody talks about, but it explains exactly why Clark is different from every other athlete. She put her signature basketball in grocery stores. Not Nike flagship stores, not Dick's Sporting Goods, not premium retailers, Hy-Vee supermarkets. In Iowa, in the Midwest, right next to the milk and eggs. Every other superstar athlete goes luxury. Clark went local, and the results were immediate. The average American goes to a grocery store 1.6 times per week. You cannot buy that kind of repeated brand contact with a billboard or a TV commercial. But when Caitlin Clark's basketball is sitting in the aisle where you buy cereal, you think about her twice a week for the rest of your life. This is not accidental. This is a 24-year-old athlete who understands cultural penetration better than marketing executives 3 times her age. Michael Jordan sold aspirational luxury. Clark is selling accessible Americana. And Middle America opened its wallet like it has not done for a women's athlete, ever. Here is the full picture, and it is one of the most remarkable stories in the history of professional sports. Caitlin Clark earns $77,000 from the WNBA. She earns $11 million from endorsements. The ratio is 144-1. The WNBA salary cap was designed to promote parity. What it actually does is punish the player who is generating the most revenue for the league. Clark brings in 48% more fans, 3 times the TV ratings, sold-out arenas coast to coast, a $200 million media deal, charter flights for every player, a Wilson basketball collection that sold out faster than a PlayStation, and she takes home $77,000 from the league she is saving. Michael Jordan called her the next face of basketball, not women's basketball, basketball, the 4th most marketable athlete on earth. More popular right now than every NBA player except LeBron, Durant, and Curry, all of whom are 35 years old or older. She is 24, and yet, on the court, she has been hit in the throat, hit in the midsection, hip-checked, eye-poked, left off the 30th anniversary poster, ranked 11th by her own peers in all-star voting, given technical fouls for clapping. The league she is saving is also the most hostile environment she walks into every day. That is the contradiction at the center of the 2026 WNBA season. And the commissioner, who could address it directly, just canceled her interview on The Dan Patrick Show. While her most marketable player is putting up with all of this for $77,000 a year. Michael Jordan, 1998. Signature basketball, changed men's basketball forever. Caitlin Clark, 2026. Signature basketball, sold out in 40 minutes, changing women's basketball forever. The same league she is saving is the most hostile place she plays every night, and she does it for $77,000 a year. Subscribe for daily WNBA content. Drop a comment. Is Caitlin Clark the most underpaid athlete in professional sports history? Because the math says yes.